campground, and it is Monday morning. I'm actually on vacation this week, but I went ahead and made this live for you, and I'm going to continue to make videos for you. If you are watching this as a recording and you don't know anything about the Flylady system, please go watch my video, How to Do the Flylady System for Newbies. That will be a really good starter place for you. Hi, Blue Ocean, Daisy. Good morning. Good to have you this morning. My hair's still a little damp. I just came from the gym and I had to refresh my curls. They're a little messy. Anyway, chat, I think that I am. Let me make sure. Yep. Here. It's not raining, so I decided to sit outside. Nero Martinez, good morning. Joe Kennedy Hawkins, good morning. Let me have my first sip. Maybe made this for me. Robin McKay, good morning, Robin. So good to have you guys on here. It's a beautiful day. Look at that. Skies, well, chance of rain today, which is a nice change. Okay, so today we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. It's a chat. Good morning from Indiana, my first live. Hey, Elizabeth ML, so glad to have you. Or Imel, I apologize for the mispronunciation. Hey, Margaret, good morning. Christine, Evelyn, good morning, Kat. Happy Monday. Have a lovely week. Thank you. Thank you very much. So good. Roxanne, I'm trying to declutter into my SUV so hard. You can do it, honey. You just have to break it into little parts. Just little parts. So say I'm going to declutter the back passenger floorboard. And then after I do that, I'm going to declutter the passenger side floorboard. I'm going to declutter the right passenger side floorboard. And then after you do that, I'm going to declutter the far back passenger side floorboard, etc. And eventually you'll get it all decluttered. Okay, we got a lot of people popping on here. So good to have you this morning. Can you hear me? I'm outside. I'm trying to project. Dickie Talmadge is here. Good morning, Kat and Mr. B, and everyone from Santa Paula, California, up and early. RV Live with Mr. B, that's Mr. B. With Kat and Mr. B, that's Mr. B saying happy Monday to everyone. Deb Cruz is here. Good morning, Deb. Amanda Jane, hi from Australia. Hi, Amanda Jane. Lisa Chapman, good morning, Lisa. The Feathered Cottage Adventures, good morning. What a sweet name. I hope I didn't disconnect too long there. They will tell you how to do that. So it's not a bad thing to do if you have to or want to. All right, who else is on here? Did I miss any other questions? I think that's it. Okay. Let's see what else we've got here. All right. Okay, so it's starting to drizzle actually. I see some little sparkles on my phone, but it's okay. It's a fine mist. So I just came from the gym, worked out, drank a bunch of water. I bought a gallon jug that tells me what time to drink my water. It breaks it down, just like the Flylady system. We have to break things down. If I'm just told I have to drink a lot of water in a daytime, I won't drink it. I just can't get my head around it. It seems too big. But when I put it in this jug and it says, okay, 7 o'clock, good morning, 9 o'clock, you're doing great, 11 o'clock, you're doing so, keep going, 12, 1 o'clock, you're halfway there. It tells you that all the way through. It makes me encouraged. I'm way ahead of schedule because I drank so much water at the gym because I was hot. So now I have to cool it a little bit and just take tinier sips to get that even hydration all day long. So do any of you drink water? You should be drinking water. It's really good for your skin, and it's good for your hair. It's good for your digestion. It's good for you all the way around. Good morning, Connie Miller. Blue Ocean said, I know we start zones every Monday, but I'm working on 3 times a week. How can I fit this into my schedule? If you're working 3 times a week, you take your planner out and you say, okay, I'm working on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, as an example. So I'm available Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So if you're working full-time during those days, like all day long, then you're going to say, okay, so I'm just going to do my little routines on the days I work. I'm going to get up in the morning, do my morning routine, do a little clutter check. Maybe I can start laundry, maybe not, depends on your situation. And maybe go through a little bit of paper if you have it. You can get that done in 30 to 45 minutes in the morning, and then go to work. And then when you come back from work, you do another clutter check, and you fix dinner if it hasn't already been fixed for you. If you're working a really late shift, it might be. And then you're going to clean up after dinner with the family if you have one. Then you're going to do your before bed routine, and then one more clutter check. And you do the same thing on your other working days. Then on Tuesday, Thursday, in this example, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, you're going to split your work up between those times. So maybe on Tuesday you do the weekly home blessing hour. On Thursday you do your planning and desk day, maybe car and purse day. On Saturday you do your zone. And you can work that out. You can get it all done, do the whole hour of the zone. So you just have to look at your plan and make a plan and do the plan. I found that jug, well, first of all, let me go back and hear these other people. So Blue Ocean said, that's Daisy. I know we start zone, okay, to start calling places to see where to go. July, so much fun and relaxing. We are full-time, but we're getting ready to hit the road. Where to jug? On Amazon. On Amazon, I'll give you the link later. And Dickie, that's where I found it. I'll send you both the link, because Dickie's my friend and personal mentee, and is my sister. I can't send it to all of you. Just go look on Amazon. It's a big old purple jug called Built something or other, and it's on sale for $12.99. Mary Sellers, I bought the half-gallon water bottle, working my way up to the gallon. Good, Mary. Randy Cahotis, good morning, everyone. I had to switch things around. What week are we on? We are in week 4. Are we? Are we in week 5? Somebody tell me. I don't have my calendar with me. What's today's date? Yeah, we're in week 5. We've got, if you're an at-home homemaker, and you have Tuesday as a free day, Monday and Wednesday is the living room and the zone 5, and then Thursday and Friday is zone 1, the entryway. Okay? All right, let's see. Hi, Marty. And if you're a payroll homemaker, then you're just going to put those 4 days together as an hour on Saturday. Half of your time is going to be spent in the living room, half of your time. Oh my goodness, can you hear the rain? It's barely raining, but it decided to rain on us. But I'm under a canopy, so I'm good. If it starts to pour, I'm going to have to rush in. Oh, but it doesn't look like it will. It just looks like it'll be some drippy rain. You can't even see it, but I can hear it. So do 2 days of 2 15-minute units of the living area, and 2 15-minute units of the entryway. Okay. Doing good. I'd have to tell you, I had to get up 4 times to go to the bathroom last night while I was getting used to it. Margaret Rose said, hey to Marty. I'm breaking up. Does everybody else say I'm breaking up? Said, Missy B, your hair looks beautiful. It's wet and frizzy. I just tried to fresh because I had it pulled back in a ponytail when I was working out. Blue, thank you. You figure it out correct. I leave home at 7:30 and return at 7:30. Okay. D. McDaniel, good morning. Lisa said, yes, lots of buffering. Okay, we're going to go inside. Hang on. Mr. B, open the door, honey. Mr. B, open the door so I can come in. Mr. B, I know you hear me. No, you closed it. I've got my hands full.
The door is open.
Now it is. We're going in. We're going in. We're coming in. We're coming in. Okay. Now I'm in. Let me get over here. Okay. Now I'm in. Get over here. All right. Oops, I got to fix my stand. You're a little bit crooked. Put my things down. Fix my stand. You're a little bit crooked. And curl this up. When you get in different situations. Okay. Can you hear me now? Except Mr. B has it on loud so we can hear me in the background. So hopefully he'll turn that off. Larry is echoing. That's right. So he's going to turn the volume down now. And he's going to turn the TV off. Because while he was monitoring, he was trying to do. Thank you. Okay. So where were we? Gani. Hi, Gani. Gani Shelton Lawrence. I had to go to the hospital with my husband. Was only home at 2 a.m., so got up late, and I am behind with my zone. Take it easy. If you didn't go to bed till 2, you can rest a little this morning, and if you're staying home, and do it. Thank you, Dickie. Thank you, Dickie. Excuse me. Missy B, you guys are so funny. Marty Slarry's echoing. Okay. You can hear me? Good. Much better. Good. Jen Barletta, good morning from Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. Hi, Jen. Life of a Servant. Hello, Aaliyah from New York City. Good morning, Leah. So happy to have you here. And I could probably take this off. That'll look a little more professional. There we go. Okay. Good morning, Lily O. How are you? Everybody knows I'm on vacation this week, right? So there's no mentoring this week, except Friday and Saturday. I do have some scheduled for Friday and Saturday, because the following Friday and Saturday I'm taking off because my daughter's having surgery. Okay. And then after that, we are leaving town, but I'll still be mentoring and I'll still be making videos. And if you want to know where we're going to go to Alabama, Red Bay, Alabama, to get a new washer and dryer. Then we're going to go from there to, excuse me, what's the matter, Mr. B? Oh, I didn't think so. Okay, we're going to go from there to Knoxville, Tennessee. I think I've told you this before, but in case you haven't heard and you're around these areas, let me know. And then from Knoxville, we're going to Troutman, North Carolina, which is north of Charlotte, for a couple of days. Got a friend there. Then we're going to go to Charleston, West Virginia for a couple of days. Got a friend there. And that friend happens to be a mentee. And the one that I have in Chattanooga is a past mentee. And then we're going to Erie, Pennsylvania, or somewhere around in New Hampshire to Maine. That's our plan, to go up to Maine. Okay, let's see. And we don't know how we're getting home yet, which way we're getting home, but that's going to happen in the end of August. So Lehigh Valley made me think of that because we're going through, I don't know where that is, but we're going through Pennsylvania. Hot and humid, got our plants watered early. Yes, Jen. Good morning from Virginia, Melinda. Hi, Melinda. Mary said I had a very busy week. I didn't get my zone work done, but I did stick to my routines. Very good. Tea in the afternoons is Liz. Hi, Liz. Nice to see you. Still following and appreciating your advice. You're welcome. Where are you now? We're in St. Augustine, Florida. This is my home base, St. Augustine, Florida, because my children live in this county. Karen Sustine, yay for Knoxville. Yay. Do you live there? If you do, we can have coffee, because I think we're going to be there 2 days, but we're not sure. It's not 100% yet. We have to still wait, and we don't know when for sure yet, because it depends on how long we spend in Alabama, but I'll be making announcements as we go through. All right. What do we want to talk about? This is Monday, weekly home blessing hour. Here are the 6 things you have to do. Strip your bed, wash your sheets. Don't put new sheets on the bed. Wash those sheets, let the bed air out, put those sheets in the dryer, put those sheets back on your bed. Then you've got 5 other little things to do. Dust the whole house in 10 minutes or less. Vacuum the whole house in 10 minutes or less. Mop the whole house in 10 minutes, not the whole house, the kitchen and the bathrooms in 10 minutes or less. We did, Karen, you're right. Clean the glass in the house in 10 minutes or less, and empty out the little garbage cans in the house in 10 minutes or less. And to do 10 minutes or less for whole house things, you're just going to pick 5 rooms. For example, when you're vacuuming your house, your room, maybe the hallway, maybe the guest room, maybe the living room. It's a room. When you're mopping, 3 minutes in the kitchen, 2 minutes in each bathroom. If you only have one bathroom, then it's only going to take you 5 minutes, not 10. If you are dusting, pick 5 rooms and dust with a feather duster. You have to have the right tools to get this stuff done. When you vacuum, you've got to have the right tools. I recommend that little Bissell featherweight. I don't know what it's really called, but it's on, I've shown it before. It's on Amazon, and it comes in lots of colors. I know some of you have one. Does anybody have one? And you can tell me what it is out there, because I don't use one in my RV. In my RV, I use a little machine that does it for me. She's right back there taking a rest. Her name is Hazel. You know, she's like a Roomba, but she's not a Roomba. She's a Eufy, E-U-F-Y. Good price. Okay. Thank you so much, Kat from Italy. You're welcome, Patrizia. Naomi Jones, just now getting here. Is it raining yet? It didn't notify me. It is raining. It is raining, and you didn't get a notification. I was sitting outside. It was a beautiful, balmy kind of morning, and then boom, it started raining harder than I thought it was, and I started losing connection. So I came back inside with the help of Mr. B. Anyway. All right, so who's up for their weekly home blessing hour? If you haven't done it yet, you can still do it. Who's an at-home homemaker? If you're a payroll homemaker and you're kind of slipping this in, then you're going to, are you paying attention, Mr. B?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Is this a school class?
No, I want you to look at the comments. Thank you. So what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying, but anyway, I got distracted because Mr. B wasn't paying attention and I had something questionable come up. All right, anybody else? So if you are an at-home homemaker, let's get it done. The rain sounds great. Hi, Akita. That's Wanda saying that. Hi, Akita. Good morning. So that's your weekly home blessing hour. Like I said, you need the right tools. A feather duster, a lightweight little vacuum because you're not doing that deep, pretty marks in the carpet. You know, you're just doing a quickie. Life of a servant, I've forgotten your name already. You're going to have to put it in every time until I finally know who you are. I'm sorry. I'm a homeschool mom and I follow your payroll schedule and I do my home blessings on Friday. That works. Although I have lots of homeschool moms who do the regular at-home homemaking thing, but it depends on how many kids you have and that kind of thing. Hey, Marty, she's on vacation, but the house she's in needs a blessing. Wash the sheets Saturday. That's one less thing. Yes. Marty has 2 homes. She has one in the mountains and one at home, and that's her vacation home that she's in. So, Marty, you still have to do it. It's going to make it easier when you leave. Naomi said, sweeping my floors right now at home homemaker here. Fabulous. Now, Patty can help you, Marty, so you can delegate. It'll only take you a few minutes. And that tiny little place, you can do it in 15 minutes each. If you split it up, because each thing is a 30-minute thing. No, each thing is a 5-minute thing in your house. So 5 minutes of dusting, 5 minutes of mopping, 5 minutes of vacuuming. So Patty can do 3 things and you can do 3 things. It'll be done in 15 minutes. Lucky. My sister Patty's up there visiting. Aaliyah, thank you, Aaliyah. Just put it in every time so I can remember. Tracy Grant, hey Tracy, good morning. Love my feather duster. I dust all the door frames and panels and the doors along with my few flat surfaces I have. I dust everything with it too. It's so much nicer. Good morning, my beautiful friend. Hi, Kimmy. Are you back from your vacation? So good to have you on here. I enjoyed your vacation video so much. Michelle said, I will reverse entryway and living room work just for this week. Entryway is cluttered mess full of school supplies the kids brought home. Need to get floor clear so entry is easily usable. Yes, so go through those school supplies, figure out what you're going to keep for next year, throw the junk away. Also, all the papers and things that they brought home that are not worth keeping, throw those away. Anything that's adorable, you can take a quick picture on your phone or put it in a folder with a page protector for each child or whatever. But don't keep all that stuff and don't throw it in a box and say I'll do it later, because you won't. Antonio Izubi is here. Good morning, Kat. Hi, Antonia. How's the baby? Yes, it's good to be home, Kimmy said. So glad you're home, Kimmy. I'm so glad. It's getting closer to come to Utah. We're going to come, not this year, but next year. We're coming to Utah to see you. And lots of other things, but especially you. You're the main reason. He's doing great. 4 months old. Aww. So sweet. Send me a text with a picture, Antonia. Antonia is one of my graduated fly babies. All right. We've been on here 20 minutes. We haven't talked about much but the weekly home blessing hour. How's everybody doing on their routines? Volunteer. How are you doing on your routines? I'm doing well. I'm doing poor. What are you doing? I'm doing them halfway. I'm not doing them at all. I'm doing everything but the clutter check. That's what I want to know. Ernestine Frame, good morning from rainy Kansas. Well, hello from rainy Florida. Waiting to hear about your routines. 12 thumbs up. Thank you so much. Gani did her routine. Some places are still dropping, Lisa said. Naomi said routines are all great except zones. Well, zones aren't routines. They're zones. So you got to work on your zones. Aaliyah said her routines and one clutter check are done. Fabulous. So now you can get into your zone. Naomi said, I think it is a mental hump for me. Naomi, it's not as hard as you're making it out. Everybody does that. We're kind of sidetracked, so we make it into a big thing. It's not a big thing. I'll talk about it in a second. Routines are great except for zone work. Okay, that we already read that. Routines come naturally to me, Karen said. Good. Mary Sellers, doing well. Good. Dickie, doing great. Wonderful. Elizabeth, I am a work in progress. I start with gusto and fizzle quickly. As soon as the baby has me sit down. Amanda Jane, working on nights. Mornings are good. Love always having a made bed and clean bathroom. Yes. Kimmy said, with getting back into the routine from being away, I do have some anxiety, but I will say having the routine is helping me. I did miss the dishes last night, but the sky didn't fall, so it's all okay. Lily said, zones are getting missed. Everything else is okay. Tracy said, I miss paper all the time. Okay, so I do routines. This is Gani. I do my routines tomorrow, have my free day today, and I was tired for my zones. Okay, let's stop for just a minute. Okay, routines are every day, whether it's your free day or not. Routines are morning routine, when you get up and you make your bed, you wash your face and brush your teeth, you comb your hair, you put on a little makeup if you do, you put your clothes on, make your bed. I already said that. Okay, you go into the kitchen and put your dishes away. My suggestion, and it's a firm suggestion, is that you run that dishwasher at night and you empty it first thing in the morning, and then you've just got and if you have any pots and pans or things that you have draining, put those away in the morning. Then you start with an empty kitchen for the day. It makes it so much nicer. Big families may have to run their dishwasher twice. Okay, let's see. So routines, that's the morning routine. Then you've got your clutter check. You've got laundry, that's a routine. That's all in the morning. Then you've got a clutter check in the afternoon, and then you've got the clutter check before bed or in the evening. You've also got the after dinner routine where people help you put your dishes in the dishwasher, sweep the floor, wipe the counters, wipe the table, wipe the stovetop, and wash the pots and pans. So it's I think it's 6 things you have to do. So if you have a family that's big, and that's why your mess is big, you split it up with them. Okay? And then you've got your before bed routine, which happens every day as well, which is take your shower or your bath if you didn't do it in the morning, clean your skin, moisturize your skin, also moisturize in the morning. Put your pajamas on, lay out your clothes for the next day. And then right before bed, you're going to make sure that your dishes are in the dishwasher, the dishwasher is running. Take your towel from the day and wipe your sink out, put it in the laundry and get a new towel out, and then go brush your teeth and floss your teeth and climb in bed at a decent hour. That's routines. They happen every single day. Zones are what you do 4 times a week if you're at home, or on Saturday all day long. For 1 hour on Saturday. It's all 4 zones. All 4 units that you did during the week. If you're an at-home homemaker, well, the payroll people have to look and see what you did and do that much in 1 hour on Saturday. So there are 5 zones. 5 zones. Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, Zone 4, Zone 5. The entryway, the kitchen, the hall bathroom, and one other room, like a guest room or a pantry or a craft room or an office, the laundry room. Okay, so that's Zone 3. Zone 4 is the master bedroom, master bathroom if you have one, and master closet. Zone 5 is the living room, dining room. You can put your dining room in the entryway if you want. Also, your stairwell, if you have that, can go in the entryway if you want. Okay, so those are the zones. What you do is 4 15-minute units during the week in those zones. 15 minutes. 15 minutes. You need 3 things: a bag, a box, and a basket. A bag, garbage bag, a box, a paper box, and a basket, like a laundry basket. You need those 3 things You go into the zone. Let's say that it's your master bedroom. Or right now we're in the living room. Let's say it's the living room. And you have to decide before you ever start working in this room, what 4 15-minute things are you going to do? And you always want to focus on the hidden clutter first. So it doesn't matter if there's clutter everywhere. You give yourself grace and you say, okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through that bookshelf. And it's going to take me more than an hour. So I know I'm going to work on it for at least 4 units this month, right here during this week, because we're only hitting this once a month. And I know you think, oh my goodness, I'm never going to get it done. Yes, you will. It's the dripping of water that wears away stone. It's the tortoise and the hare. The reason you're not succeeding is because you've been trying to do it the hare way, okay, or the fire hose way. That's not going to work. You have to do this little bit, little bit, little bit. It creates habits in you. And before you know it, you're going to look around and say, there's nothing left to declutter. I guess I can deep clean now. Because we don't deep clean. We just do our weekly home blessing hour until there's no clutter in a particular room. So let's say that you picked the shelves. Let's say you have a big old bookshelf. And you're going to say, okay, I'm going to work on the left side of the top shelf. And then I'm going to work on the right side of the top shelf. Then I'm going to work on the left side of the middle shelf. Then I'm going to work on the right side of the middle shelf. That's my 4 15 minutes. I'm going to go through those books. I have my bag, my box, and my basket. I'm going to put things that don't belong on that shelf in the basket. I'm going to put books that I no longer want to keep, but they're good, in the box to give away. And this old torn up stuff that's up here, these ratty book that's fallen apart that nobody would want, or these magazines that I got stuck up here, are going in the garbage, okay? Now, I know you have all these unique and wonderful things you want to do with all these things, like, oh, let me take to the dentist office, oh, let me put them on sale on eBay. You are going to waste so much time, and you're going to have so much clutter still in your house while it's at this stage. It's not the good time to do that. It's best to bless someone else. Just bless them, okay? All right, so that's what you'd be doing. By the end of that week, you would have the top 2 shelves done. You might still have 2 more shelves to go. Maybe that's what you're going to work on next month. So it's not really, really hard to do this. It's really, really hard to get your head around it. Also, we tend to have ping pong brain. So we see all this other stuff in that room. Let's just stay in the living room. We see the rest of the shelves. We see the armoire that's stuffed full of stuff. We see all the electrical equipment that our kids have for their gaming. We see shoes, and we just see all this clutter. So if you have these ping pongs going off in your brain, all these little things that you have to do, it's going to feel like a billion things to do when maybe it's only 4 or 5, okay? So the best thing to do when you see that stuff is write it down on a to-do list for when you're in this zone again. Then you'll know what you want to do next. And you can say, and maybe it's not even that next. Maybe you're still going to work on the shelves and you can't get to that next, but you can say to that stuff, I see you, particular thing. I see you, box of shoes in the corner, and I have a plan for you. And you write it down. And then when you see it the next time, it won't bother you because you already have a plan for that. It's not like it's a new mess that you just discovered. So that's ping pong brain. You've got to stop that. We have to calm that down. We are not born organized people. Our brain doesn't work like chunk, chunk, chunk. Our brain is all over the place. And it causes anxiety. It causes pressure. It causes us to be just devastated, and we want to just give up. Or we feel like a failure. I'm such a loser. I didn't do it. Stop that. You're not. But you have to commit to do the 15 minutes 4 days a week. On your free day, you don't do the zone. There's one other part, because this is a 3-layer cake. So we've got routines, we've got zones, and the 3rd layer is basic weekly plan. That's our 3-layer cake. The basic weekly plan are things that you're probably doing already as part of living in your home. So here's some things that are in there. Cleaning your car and purse. Well, you may not be doing that. Having a family fun day. You may not be doing a specific family fun day, or maybe every day's family fun day, and that's why your house is a mess. A day to renew your spirit. That happens every week. A day to do your weekly home blessing hour. That's 1 hour at the most every week. A day to do your planning and desk day for the next week. So the way it goes is this. Monday is weekly home blessing hour. Tuesday is free day. Wednesday is planning and desk day, which includes your finances, your food, your grocery list, and menu. and your inbox. That's all included. So it's family, oh, and checking out the fridge and checking your pantry and your freezer to see what you've got, what you can make. So it's food, finance, inbox, and there's one other part. What else is it? Somebody tell me. I can't think of it right now. But anyway, it's 4 parts. Food, finance, inbox. I can't think of it. Somebody will let me know. Okay, so those things have to happen. So you've got to plan for them in your planner as well. And so when you plan, if you're an at-home homemaker, finances, no, I said finances, food, finances, inbox, and something else. I don't have my book. Do I have my planner? I might have it in here. Let's look. I don't know if I've ever written it down. I just know it. And today I don't. Planning. Thank you. Thank you, girls. Planning. Several of you told me. Yeah, that's the last part. Food, finance, inbox, and planner. The main thing, the crux of everything we do is plan, because we are sidetracked. We don't have that brain. We have to have a plan. That is our tool, our planner. And it's not a tool that you're ever going to be able to give up. It's a tool that's permanent. You need to use that forever, because if you're sidetracked, you don't have a natural thing. You're never going to be natural at it. Like me, I don't have a sense of direction, and I know a lot of you don't as well. I have to use the GPS in a strange area. Now, I can get to church, and I can get to the grocery store, and I can get to my children's homes, of course. Little things that are local, but if I go to some strange place, I don't have a sense of direction. Even in town, if it's a place I haven't gone to regularly, like I won't know if I should turn right or left to go to the store that I don't go to very often. So even though everybody else knows, I don't know. And it's embarrassing, but it's okay. I've given myself grace on that. I use GPS. It works great. So your tool is your planner. Just like this is the thing that I've used all the time. I tried going without a planner and just a pocket calendar. Nope, doesn't work for an ADHD brain. That's right, Kimmy. So think of it like a carpenter. And I've given this many times, so I know you might have heard it before, but it's worth reiterating. A carpenter uses tools, an excellent master carpenter. He can be the most experienced guy in the world, and maybe he does hand things, right? He likes to do the old ways where he does dovetail joints and all that stuff, and he wants to plane his piece of wood. You know what that means? It means taking all the little humps and bumps out, making it nice and smooth. He uses a planer. And that planer, he learns how to use it, and he gets really good at it over the years. He doesn't put stickers on it. He doesn't paint it pink. He doesn't leave it at home. He needs it every day when he's going to plane. There's not a time in his whole career as a carpenter where he's going to say, I can do this without a planer now because I know how to plane. And he gets sandpaper out and he sands it down. No, number one, it'll take forever. Number two, you'll never get it nice and smooth. He needs a planer. And there are electric planers too. So if you are a person who loves electronic planners, you can use that if that works for you. But if it doesn't work, go back to the actual planner, okay? I'm going to go back and read some comments now, just a sec. Bunch of comments while I was talking. Let's see. Oh, way back. The last thing I think I read was, I think it's a mental hump for me, from Naomi. Routines are great except for zone work. I read those. Routines come naturally. I read that. Mary, doing well. Dickie, doing great. Elizabeth, I'm a work in progress. I start with gusto and fizzle quickly. That's because you have too much on your plate. I would say you probably need to plan out. If you have a tiny baby, you can't do all these things. Even if your baby is less than 9 months old, life isn't normal yet. I mean, most people can usually handle it, but until you have a 9-month-old, life is just not normal yet. It's a whole new human being in your family. So you're going to have to give yourself some grace, but plan out your day. And then if you can't do something, seriously can't do something, then you prioritize the rest of your week and say, if this is really important, I'm going to have to switch it for something less important later on. Or I'm going to have to double up, and I'm going to have to cut my work in half and take twice as long to do it, or whatever, okay? Not in one day. You might take 2 days to do something that takes a normal person one day. So you're going to be behind, but that's okay because you're still the tortoise in the hare. Okay? Hi, Candace. All right, so let's get back here. I'm going to read all these comments and then I'm going to make my answers, okay? Amanda Jane, working nights, mornings good. Love always having made bed. I read that. I read Kimmy. Okay, Lily, zones are getting missed. Everything else is okay. Lily, you can do it. Tracy Grant, I miss paper all the time. Put it in your plan. Gani, I do my routines tomorrow. I have my free day. Okay, so I talked about doing your routines every day. Daisy Jane, good morning from Shelly Lee. Hi, Shelly Lee. Haven't talked to you in a long time. Marty said, Kimmy, I didn't do the pots last night. I put water in them and said, I have a plan for you tomorrow. Please don't do that too much, though, girls. That's icky to wake up to an unclean kitchen, and it can become a habit. So the habit is that you do it most of the times. Of course, there are days you give yourself grace, especially like Kimmy just got back. You're working right now on getting your clothes put away, emptying you have that 24-hour period where you have to put the suitcases away, get the clothes all ready to be washed, all that.
Mr. B does it every day.
Mr. B is my dishwasher. He's got his little hand up telling me that. Thank you, Mr. B. I'm new about Flylady. Is there another way when it's summer and the kids are home? No, Rosa. A lot of people's kids are home all the time and they homeschool them and you just learn to work with the kids. I know that it feels hard because it's so much easier not to be interrupted, but you have to train your children to not interrupt and also delegate some things to your children. If they're school age, they can do a lot of things. Don't give them huge jobs. Don't make it take a lot of time, but you give them little bits of jobs to do. Please pick up the shoes and put them in your closet and come tell me when you're done. And then you inspect what you expect. So it takes you extra time. You're going to have to make extra steps, but think of it that way. You're getting your steps in. Okay. And you have to discipline, which is never fun, but it's important to discipline your children and also to give them wings, to teach them how to be independent, to show them how to do these things. Okay, Akita said, haven't done them yet. The kids were being kids. Dropped them at daycare, listening to you while I went for an appointment. We'll tackle a few when I get back home and after I get some sleep. Okay, Akita. Gani said, if I wanted to say to do my zones tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Gani. That's better. Lily, I feel like zones are always the hardest. They take more thought than routines. They do, especially if you're decluttering, Lily. But once you've gotten through the decluttering phase, which isn't that long in the whole span of your life, once you've got the decluttering done, then you're just deep cleaning, which is super fun because you can see what needs to be clean and you just clean 4 things. You don't have to clean for 4 15-minute units. Nada said, hi, Nada. Sorry I'm late, Kat. I got up this morning and did a 5-mile walking workout. Go me. How did you fit in exercise? I did it before this call. I went to the gym. I worked out. It was a strength training workout with 10 minutes on the treadmill. That's what I did. And when I came home, I had to hurry. Amanda Jane, I feel like I never get to zones because I'm going from project to project. Then stop doing projects. Stop doing projects. Okay, and if you're telling me project to project, are you telling me projects like fixing the hole in the roof, fixing the wall, replacing the carpet, or are you telling me projects like I'm working on the garage this month, or I'm working in the art room this month, so I can't get to my zones? So if it's bothering you that you're not doing zones, then stop projects and start working zones for a while, okay? Aaliyah, thank you for keep putting your name in there, Aaliyah. Would you schedule yard work in zone 3 as the other room? No. A whole nother thing is the yard. This is the house. The yard has its own set of zones. Zone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in the yard. So you just figure out which ones you want for which zone. So here's an example. The front yard, the backyard, the side yards. That's 4 zones. And then maybe the gardens. Or maybe you've got a big vegetable garden. It's a zone on its own. And then you've got flower gardens. That's a zone. And then you want to do the front yard, the backyard, and both side yards. And then you figure out, what do you do daily? What do you need to do weekly? What do you need to do monthly? What do you need to do seasonally? And you're going to have to write a plan out. And then you can do it or delegate it. There you go. But it's not going to happen during the house time. Okay. Let's See, I think I went too far back. I did. Okay, Lily O said, hidden clutter first. That's great. I have not heard that before. Seriously, Lily? Then you have room for all the important stuff. Absolutely. And I'm sorry that you never heard that from me. But you're going, because Lily's my mentee, you want to always do the hidden clutter first, everyone, because all that clutter sitting around has no place to go. And when you do the hidden clutter, you're going to have a bag, a box, and a basket. You're going to get rid of things, and you're going to have room to put things in there, not to shove things in there. If you've got stuff shoved in there side to side and on top, then you'll never really be able to use those things, and it'll become clutter again. Remember the way a forest looks. It looks like a solid thing until you get up to it, and all the trees are spaced and you can walk around in there. When you have storage, you want to be able to pull something out without having to dig things out. You know what I mean?
Do you know Antonia?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let's see. Did I miss something back here?
Going way too far back.
No, I'm not. Yeah, I am. You're right.
Got so many comments ahead.
I'm just going to read backwards. Lily said, you may have told me about hidden clutter. I have 3 kiddo brains. That's true. Aaliyah said, thanks for answering the yard question. Very helpful. I'm glad you like that. Donna said, hello, running late. We'll have to watch the rerun. Bye, Donna Hacker. Patrizia said, I burned out because I always think I have to do every cleaning in every zone. When I hear you 15 minutes, I feel released. Yes, that's the old way. That's the way we are failing. That way doesn't work for us. Antonia said, my morning routine is my morning dance.
Oh, you need to skip up to the first one and then read the second one.
Oh, let me go to Antonia. Okay, Antonia says, this morning my darling husband asked, are you awake? And I said, I usually am awake. I just wait until you leave to get up so we're not getting in each other's way. It messes up my morning dance. You dance in the morning? Yes, my morning routine is my morning dance. Oh, I love that, Antonia. That is beautiful. Okay, I'm going backwards. You have comforting advice for homemaking and with getting children involved. A huge thank you. Well, Aaliyah, I'll tell you, I use old-fashioned common sense kind of information. I'm not very modern with my way of thinking about the way we treat our children. I believe children deserve to be respected in that we don't want to be rude to them or oppress them or even if they're teenagers, get involved in their private things. Those are their things. We have to respect them. And when you show respect, you receive respect. It's a two-way street, but somebody has to start it, and it's usually not the kids. I also believe that you have to discipline, you have to train your little vines. If you don't, then when they grow up, how are they going to know how to do anything? So I give old-fashioned advice. Some people don't like it, and I'm sorry because it does work. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go a little bit backwards. I read that. Marty says she's a homing pigeon. Yes, she has a great sense of direction. It's so embarrassing. So does Patty. Christy Clark said, when in this system does one clean the shower or bathtub? Okay, you do that when you're on zone 3, the hall bath, and one other room. You're going to clean your tub or shower and the hall bath in zone 3. When you get to zone 4, the master bedroom, you're going to clean the master bathroom, and that's when you clean the shower and the bathtub. The majority of the cleaning is done just by our daily routines. The toilets and sinks are cleaned every day, and the floors are mopped once a week. Even though it's just a quickie mop, how big is the bathroom floor? It's not that big, so you can get it done in a couple of minutes. But you will need to, take care of the rugs in your bathroom sometimes. You're going to need to wash your counters down sometimes. You're going to definitely need to clean that tub or shower once a month. What you do in the between times is, Flylady herself said, soap cleans soap. So if you're bathing children in a bathtub, take some of what you're bathing them with, put it on a cloth. When the water's going out, give it a little quick wipe down and rinse, and it'll get rid of the soap scum. If you're in a shower, I recommend using a shower spray. I get mine from Grove Collaborative, and I have a link. I don't know if it's on here or not, but you can just go to Grove Collaborative. I used to get a shower spray from the grocery store, and I found it slippery. I love the one I use from Grove Collaborative, and it's inexpensive. And they have 2 fragrances, ylang ylang and eucalyptus mint, I think. And that, here's an example. when you're out of the shower and you've dried off and you've messed with your hair a little bit, then you go back and you get ready to spray it. That shower head has got some little drips on it, but it's not dripping anymore. If I spray it, all the water goes and starts coming out of it because it makes the water run off. So it leaves it without water spots. Pretty good. And then you're going to have to give it a good scrub once a month, okay? And the floor and everything. All right, let's see. I hope I answered that. And so if you have third and fourth and fifth bathrooms and they're being used, that means you've got a big family, then you can delegate that. If you have an unused bathroom, some people say dust their tubs, haha, because they're not using them. You know, if a guest comes, of course, you want to make sure it's nice and clean and you're going to clean it afterwards, okay? All right. Okay, Amanda Jane said, garage, garden, kids' room, spring cleaning, and culling. I'm not great at getting my family to help, so things get bad fast. Then get good at it, Amanda Jane. You have to get good at it. You are the CEO of your home, and you bear all the responsibility ultimately. So if they don't do it, you have to do it. But you need to train them to do it so that when they're grown, they will have independence. Did you ever go to college with somebody who didn't know how to do laundry? Or how to buy groceries, or how to balance their money in their account? These things have to be taught. Make their bed every day, sweep the floor. Remember, we're not giving them big jobs, just little jobs, okay? Little jobs, but give them the jobs. And I think a great thing to say, Amanda Jane, is, listen, I want you to mop the kitchen tonight, but don't take more than 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I don't want it to be done really well. I just want you to give it a little wipe down. And they're like, what? Because you know how we are, we're perfectionists. No, make sure when you get that, you get all those spots. Stand on the head of that mop and push it with your foot. You know, all that stuff. Don't do that to your kids. Don't do it to yourself. That happens when you do deep cleaning after all the clutter is gone, okay? All right, let's see. Happy Monday, everyone from Highland, Utah. Hi, Donna Reed. Aaliyah said, this is what I love about your channel, old-fashioned traditional wisdom. Thank you very much, Aaliyah. Connie, my sister and I look like twins, but she is a naturally organized person. She has a hard time understanding my need for the system. Absolutely. I have a naturally organized daughter and a sidetracked daughter, and the naturally organized says, why do you write everything down? Even to me, why are you writing everything down? Just by the time you write it down, you could have it done. Because she doesn't think like we do, like we think. Boing, 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 boing. Remember? So don't worry about it. It's none of your business what people think about you. You do your thing. Hi, Faria. Good to have you back. Kimmy said, when I noticed I'm getting extremely overwhelmed and there's a lot of clutter, I know it's time to declutter. That's true. And I think there's a natural decluttering that goes on after you've done your major decluttering. If you have good habits and you're doing awful, being in the moment, chance of having clutter. But there's a natural decluttering that happens when you open that door in the kitchen and you, why do I have 3 spatulas in here and I only use this one? Let me give these 2 away. Or when you underwear drawer and you say, okay, I was worn out, and these underpants need to go, and these socks are socks. So that's your natural decluttering, okay? But it won't be hard like it was in the beginning, because in the beginning you're having to do everything. Hi, Aisha Sumar. Glad you were thinking about me. He said, I love decluttering because the house feels so fresh afterward. But after I was finished decluttering, I did not transition to deep clean. I don't know where to start. If your house is still decluttered, Naomi, then what you're going to do is take a list of paper and write down on each page, if you had somebody that you paid to clean your house and money was no object, and you sit in a room and you look at the ceiling and you work your way down and you say, well, I'd want her to get the cobwebs out of the corners. I'd want her to wash the walls and the switch plates. I'd want her to vacuum the drapes or clean the blinds, clean the windowsills, clean the windows. I'd want her to polish all the furniture. I'd want her to really deep clean the carpet, clean the baseboards, you know, whatever it is. So you're making a list of all the things you want done. And then when you get ready to deep clean in that room, you pick 4 that are 15 minutes or less. So let's say, for example, you say, I want in my kitchen, I want my refrigerator deep cleaned. Well, that's not going to happen in 15 minutes, more than likely. So that might be a 4-day situation where you do 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes, in 4 different days. Never take apart more than you can put back in 15 minutes. Okay, so that's where you start, Naomi. Keep that list. Mr. B said, join Flylady Kat special mentoring Patreon channel and be in this special group. Yes, if you're not a patron, You can join. There's the link. You can go to patreon.com. You can go to an app for Patreon and join starting August 1st. I'll be taking new patrons. So if you want to be personally mentored by me, it's $100 for 4 25-minute units. That's 4 weeks. 3 weeks will be, I don't have 3 weeks. 2 weeks is $50. 1 week is $25. That would be for you to just test the water, see if you like it, or maybe you've already been a mentee and you want to just come back for a refresher course or whatever. Okay, and then also the $5 a month is just for the videos. You get the videos automatically with those other mentoring programs, but if you just want the videos, I have 5 new videos a week specifically for patrons, and that's $5 a month, which is a great deal. So wait till July 1st for the sign up, because if you don't, it'll automatically charge you, and I have no room left. The month is over. So wait till July 1st, and then you can sign up. Okay. Thank you for putting that out for me, Mr. B. Okay. Nancy Roach, new to the group from New Mexico. Welcome, Nancy. So glad to have you. Marty said, regarding the pots in the sink last night, I spent more time thinking about them after I went to bed than it would have taken me to wash them. See, that's that pressure. Naomi said, this is a wonderful way to think about it. You are the best. Thank you, Naomi. Hi, great day. Faria said, I have a question about paper clutter. Okay, what's your question? What specifically? Lisa said, at 10:45, Rose Michelle asked a question. Well, I missed it. I'm sorry, Rose Michelle. Can you put it back in, or can somebody catch it like Marty and put it back in for me? Kimmy said, being mentored by Kat is so worth it. I changed my life and way of thinking. I love you so much, Kimmy. I can't wait to come see you and hug your neck. And thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right. And it's almost time to go. So if somebody could, Marty, if you could catch that at 10:45, or Mr. B got it?
No, I can't.
It's not here. Maybe she wasn't in top chat. Maybe she was in top chat, not live chat, and I didn't see it. Yeah, I'm sorry, Rose Michelle. Can you put it out here again? Aisha said, hello, Kat. When my nephew visits with his mom, he's always jumping around and breaking stuff in my house. I try to talk to him, but it doesn't work. What should I do? Thanks, Kat. Okay, Aisha, what I would do is talk to, he sounds like a young child. I would be talking to my sister and saying, honey, he can't be jumping. And I would also say, no, in my house, we don't jump on the furniture. In my house, we don't run through the house. So you're going to have to play outside. Or you talk to your sister. He's tearing up my house. I love you, but he can't tear up my house. He has to behave here. But maybe he's ADHD and needs medication and he can't help it. And that's something to consider. So, have a conversation with your sister. I'm hoping you have that relationship. Faria said, I understand inbox, but can you please help with what goes into the other file? There is no other file. There's the inbox. Oh, you mean the file to file away things? Well, things like your mortgage papers, your birth certificate, your, I don't know, whatever that's important that you need to save goes in there. Your tax information for the next few years, last few years. That's what goes in a file box. Aisha said, thanks, Kat. You're welcome. I hope that helps. I know that's a hard conversation. Faria said, okay, got that. Marty said, Rose Michelle, oh, here's what she said. Good morning, new here, would not know where to begin. I have a horrible time with management skills and undiagnosed ADHD. Okay, Rose Michelle, go to how to do the Flylady system for newbies. It's on this channel. It's me years ago making a kind of, here's where you start video. You're going to need an hour. You're going to need paper and pencil, and you're going to be stopping and starting the video. But it will really help you understand where to begin, okay? If I say you need to scrub your sink, you can skip that part. I don't think that's necessary anymore, but it doesn't hurt, okay? All right. Aisha said, thanks. Okay, Carolyn Borsich, just posting to help the algorithm. Thanks you, Carolyn. Thanks for your wonderful videos. Very sweet. I'm so happy you're here. Denise Jordan, you're here. Hi, Denise, one of my mentees, and she has this and that with Denise Jordan. Just like Kimmy has, she's in her apron. It's a great little channel, and she's awesome. She's very dedicated, just like Kimmy is very dedicated. Mr. B said, verifying.
It's supposed to be everything.
Oh, everything you need to know about the Flylady system. That's the link right there
Cut the E off.
for newbies. Nancy said, I need you, Kat, and plan to join your mentoring program. I'm desperate and have found so much help in your videos. Nancy, I'm looking forward to it. Just sign up, and I'll be asking you to send me your telephone number so I can reach out to you and set that up for you. But wait till the 1st. Marty said, I found it so rewarding to start off with scrub the sink. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but it's not a requirement on my part. Just like it's not a requirement on my part that you wear shoes in the house. I don't wear them. I don't believe that I have to be dressed to shoes. In fact, it stifles me because I think I have like a foot claustrophobia thing going. So, you know, you don't have to scrub your sink, but you do need to clean it. But it's a fun way to do it. I mean, if you want to start somewhere, you can start there, and it does help. Aaliyah says, what also helped me was I have watched all your videos from the very first one. I watch first thing in the morning. Oh my goodness, Aaliyah. Bless your heart. I'm sorry you had to hear so much of me. Freya said, thank you. You're welcome. And Wanda said, great live. Thank you very much. And with that, we're going to close it out. I love you girls so much. I'm on vacation this week, but I will make you a video Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. This is your video for today. Larry will put a Friday video on from Patreon so you can get a little sample. And on Patreon, I'll be making you 5 videos this week. Have a wonderful day. Know that you are beautiful, and I love you very much. And always remember to be beautiful. Bye.